You're listening to the Secure Dad Podcast. Discover ways to secure your home, protect your family, and embrace your role as a protector parent. Welcome, friend. I'm Andy Murphy, the creator of The Secure Dad. This podcast serves to help families become proactive in their safety. The information I share on this podcast is for general information purposes only. My goal is to empower you to make safer decisions for yourself and your family. Today on the podcast, I'm talking about how to secure your backyard. While many people skip this part of home security, it's vital to protecting your family. I'll share some quick tips that you can use, plus there's a brand new product from the Secure Dad. All of that and more ahead on the Secure Dad Podcast. So before we get started, I am excited to share with you a first-of-its-kind product from the Secure Dad. Today, you can download the Secure Dad Family Home Security Assessment. This is a 12-page checklist that will share more than 100 simple ways to secure your home and your property. You can download your copy today at the Secure Dad store for only $6. So for less than the cost of a fancy coffee, you can take actionable steps to protect your home and family. I've been working on this list for a long time, so you know it's thorough. You, protector parents, have been asking me for this, and I'm so happy to make it available to you today. And best of all, this checklist will be useful this week, next year, and beyond. You're going to learn things from this list that you will carry with you for the rest of your life. To download your copy of my Family Home Security Assessment, tap the link in today's show notes. You can download it right from your phone. Today I wanted to go over how we as protector parents can secure our backyard. I think that generally, people don't think their backyard is an area of concern. I bet some of you actually looked at the title for the show and thought, wow, Andy, really? Are you reaching the bottom of the barrel for, ideas for the show? Absolutely not. I'll remind you that one of the most popular ways that criminals enter homes during an invasion is by going through the back door. Number 1 is the front door. Number 2 is a first floor window. Number 3 is the back door. We can't get caught slipping in the backyard. Home security is a 360-degree operation. The easiest way to deny access to our backyard is a fence. It's a barrier, right? Experts will argue all day long about the best type of fence that you can have. Honestly, if you have some sort of fence up, it's a deterrent. Claiming your property and putting up a boundary lets people know they shouldn't be there. Plus, if the cops catch somebody in your backyard, the trespasser can't claim that he didn't know he wasn't supposed to be there, because again, it's a boundary that's marked. The two most popular fencing types are chain link and wooden privacy fencing. Chain link is cost effective. It allows you to see into your yard from the outside. The bad part is most chain link fencing is only installed at waist height and can easily be jumped. Plus, people can see through your fence and watch what you're doing, and that kind of makes you feel uneasy, right? Wooden privacy fences offer just what the name implies, privacy. Normally at about 6 feet high, these fences can block people from looking in at what you're doing and what you keep in your backyard. And since they are so tall, they are harder to get over. If you have a fence like this, make sure that it's in good condition with no gaps or holes and it can't just easily be pushed over. On the downside, these fences do cost a lot, especially with today's lumber prices. But also, privacy cuts both ways. Yes, it can keep others from seeing you inside, but it can also shield a criminal once they're inside. So there's a few things to consider with fencing. Regardless of the type of fence you have, make sure that the gates are locked. You can have the best fence in the world with razor wire and motion detecting, but if you leave the gate open, it doesn't matter. A tip from my Family Home Security Assessment is to use a combination lock on any fence door that swings open to the street. Like that's how you secure it, is by the door opening to the street. This way, nobody can just come up and open the door. If you have a 6-foot privacy fence that opens into the backyard, you can use the galvanized outdoor carabiner to lock the gate. This way, the carabiner acts as the shackle on a lock, but it doesn't require a key. So you get the same amount of protection, but you don't have to worry about a key or a combination. You do this so that your family can exit the back quickly in case of an emergency like a fire. Just make sure people can't reach through or over the fence, and you're good to go. My last note about fences is to think about what you store near them. Your trash cans can be used as ladders to jump a privacy fence. So put on your criminal thinking cap and see your property the way a problem-solving bad guy would. Be careful of what you leave out because it can be used against you, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. With home security, a lot of attention is given to landscaping your front yard, and rightfully so. But we can't get lazy in the backyard. Landscaping the backyard is important too. Any shrubs that you have in the back need to be trimmed so that no one can hide behind them. That means you trim them up from the bottom so that you can see feet underneath them, and also trim them from the top to be below your window line. If you can do this, you'll be able to take away a criminal's hiding spot. A big thing that most of us get lazy about is cleaning up our tools and our toys in our backyard. We think that since it's in the back, nobody should be looking back there, nobody will see it, and we get really relaxed about putting things away. I get that, I really do. However, tools like hammers and ladders can be used to break into your home or be used as weapons against you. So these items need to be locked up. If you can't store a ladder in a shed or a garage, you can make use of a bike lock to secure it to a tree or another heavy object. Also, your kids' toys like a baseball bat can be used to break into your home or used as a weapon against you. So think about what you have in plain sight in your backyard and put it up. Also, patio furniture can be used to break a window, so keep that in mind too. If you have a detached garage or a shed in the backyard, make sure that it's locked up. You don't want your tools being stolen because they're easy to pawn, and like I mentioned before, they can be used against you somehow. I know it's a pain to lock and unlock the door, but it's going to be worth it. You can curse my name when you do it, friend. That's okay, but you're going to be glad that you did it. If you have a deck box like a big storage box, I'd throw a lock on that too so that you can keep bad guys out of it, and you can also keep your kids from getting in it and getting stuck. Also, any doors that lead to a porch or back door need to be locked when not in use. A lot of people will leave that back door unlocked because the kids or the dogs are coming in and out. Don't get complacent, lock up the doors, and even teach your kids to lock up after themselves. When it comes to alarm systems and surveillance cameras, you need to keep your backyard in check. Make sure your back door is on the alarm system, and this includes any sliding glass doors that you have as well. Oh, and make sure that you have motion sensor floodlights in your yard too. These are great so that your kids can play after dark, but it also helps you in alerting you to something that might be moving around in your yard. Remember, bad guys like the dark. They don't want to be seen. And don't forget your surveillance cameras in the back of your home too. Put cameras out to cover all points of entry into your home. If you can, cover the gates and the sheds with cameras too. The fun thing is that your backyard offers you a lot of unique hiding spots for wireless cameras, so be creative when you place them. Just because you drop one in one place doesn't mean you have to keep it there. Experiment with it, move it around, see how it goes, and see what you like. Lastly, it won't hurt to put out a generic home security sign or window sticker in the back. This is also a tip from my family home security assessment. Let anyone know that's looking that you are aware and that your home is going to be a hard target, even from the backyard. Don't think that just because people can't see it from the street, that no one will go back there. These are criminals after all. They specialize in going places that nobody should be. And like I say with home security in general, don't make your house look or feel like a prison. With all of these simple steps, you can increase the security of your home and still enjoy the peacefulness of your backyard. Well, that wraps up this edition of the Secure Dad podcast for today. Thank you so much for listening. You can be one of the first people to get my family home security assessment. It's only $6 and you can knock it out over a weekend. An investment like this can secure your home for years to come. Get your copy at the link in today's show notes and download it instantly. I'm Andy Murphy, and until next time, take care and be secure.